Divine greetings, Masters. Very good evening, good morning, good afternoon, from whichever part of the world you're joining in. Thank you so much. This is Madhu Soni, welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group, Masters. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your time, space, and energy with all of us. So, Masters, today we have Anirudha Miryala ji with us. She's a great master, and she's a third eye master as well. She is also a master who works with in the Dream Workshop alongside Vamsi Kiran Sir's Sadhguru's movement. So I welcome her. Welcome, Anirudha ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, masters, before we go ahead, let me also share some details about her a little bit, some introduction. So, Anirudha ma'am had been meditating from past 16, 17 years. And since 2 years back, she was enlightened with dreams. And now she's teaching wisdom through dreams alongside Vamsi Kiran's Sir's Sadhguru's movement. As you all know, I just spoke about that earlier. Anirudha ma'am is a third eye master, as you all know. And also she became, she actually started helping everyone as, her dedication towards the universe. And also, she lives in Florida. She's a businesswoman. She owns a spa, and her husband is a cardiologist. She has 3 boys, and a dedicated woman, I would say, always. And she believes in love and trust and giving back to the society. Her hobbies are biking, which she loves passionately, and she reads. She has read a lot of books. Sorry, excuse me. She read a lot of spiritual books and soul books, and definitely a tons of knowledge on spiritual stories. And last time she had helped us in the Hindi session, where she helped us with the dream workshop and wisdom knowledge through dreams she shared. So now today we are actually going through again wisdom through dreams. We are going to get that, but it is about the ultimate truth that she is going to share. So a little bit about Vamsi Kiran sir also I would like to share. Vamsi Kiran sir is running this Sadhguru spiritual movement since 20 years. And he teaches this knowledge on dreams. This subject came from Bhrigu Samahita. He is a avid follower of Patri sir, and he approves this concept, and that is why they are teaching this knowledge on dreams. So, masters, let us all welcome Anirudha Miryala ma'am and her team, and let's begin. So, over to you. Thank you so much. Very warm welcome, Anirudha ma'am.
Thank you, Madhu Soniji. So today we are going to talk about the ultimate truth. So many people know how we came as a human, right? So as a meditator, we know the stories, how we came as a human. We went through so many. From a stone, we came, first we came as a stone. We learned something as a stone. Everybody walks on us, right? Everybody walks on us, and then we learn taking that as, something, I mean, that heaviness or the agreeing that and accepting them, right? And after that, we were, so each time we took a birth in a different form. Once you learn as a stone, then we went in the tree. Tree, everybody knows, it gives us the shadow, and also it gives us the oxygen. That's the main source for the people to survive or to live, is the natural oxygen. After that, we become so not only oxygen, the gives the beds, and also chairs, lot of stuff. The tree, without tree, I don't think so a human can survive. That much we are dependent on the tree. But we learned giving as a tree, everything. We learned giving after the death of the tree. Also, we give everything to make the beds and the chairs, all that, right? So we learn giving as a tree. tree also heals us. If you hug a tree and take the breathe in, and also you can help your own lungs to purify, and also we can release the pain from the body. Even if anyone is super depressed, if they hug the tree every day, at least 5 to 10 minutes, immediately he will not thinking about suicidal
Anirudha
thoughts.
ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Sorry. Do you want me to share the presentation? Start the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yeah. I couldn't do that actually.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sharing. 1 second. Yeah, here it is. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. So, so as a tree, we learn so much, giving and giving and giving, right? Even as a stone, also we learned giving. And then when we come to the animals, what we learned? What we learned is from the animals, a certain lifestyle, like eating, doing exercise, and also sleeping, whatever, drinking water, on, they do certainly on time. So even if you force a dog to eat food, first it would do exercise before eating. So they do must. It's the God has given that will to do purposely and must to do one after the other, right? So they do that. And also animal does not know much of the relation. Some of the animals, they eat their own kids when they were hungry after the delivery. So we all know some of them, they eat their eggs and all that. So they were very hungry also. They would eat other animals. So there are so much goes on as an animal. So we don't know others' pain. We just do methodically what we needed. Same thing when it next is the humans. So when we become a human, what happens? As a human, we have a free will. So in the free will, we can go whichever path we want, right? So in the free will, what is our first births? We come as a Saisatma. The first births we don't have much in the control, because you don't have neither positive or the negative, right? As a karmas, so you don't have anything. You are a clean soul, but we don't have any knowledge in the soul, other than recently what we did as an animal. That's we kind of remember. But what we learned as a tree, as a stone, we have in the soul. But the recent one, it feels the most. So what happens when you are in a first birth, mostly we behave like Saisatma. It's called Saisatma. So what is that Saisatma? It's mostly negative characters, because we came from the animal. So when we come from the animal, in the beginning, we'll start doing all these negative stuff, like maybe when we are hungry, we will hit somebody, take the money, or if we need to kill, we will kill, or even body needs, rape people. All those stuff will happen as a negative character. We do that unconsciously. We don't even realize what we are doing is wrong. So it automatically happens. So when that automatically happens, naturally, what happens? We would do one after the other, the negative. So when we born again and again in that Saisatma, you will even do more aggressively. Like, for example, we were doing like taking other people's purses or bags, and then we'll go robberies, and then bank robberies, or next. We get even more perfect in that, right? So like how a doctor becomes a specialist in their next births, so this negative character also becomes the best in that. So they'll become even worse and worse and worse each janam. So we don't know how many births they take. So they don't have a control where they will born. So where they will born, generally the mothers who has that kind of a character, they match into those womb and they take birth. So that automatically happens without much of the thing. And also getting that human birth in that time is a little more difficult, because they're not planning, and it has to select the egg automatically. So in thousands of millions of sperms, automatically one selects, right? So that's what they go through with the Saisatma. So after that, in one of the life, it could be 20 lives, 30 lives, 40 lives, 50 lives. It depends on the person. So one of the life, you suddenly feel what I'm doing is wrong. I need to become a nicer person. So when you really, next slide is fine. So when you really feel that you need to become a nicer person, what happens when you're before the death? Sometimes, some people, they are on the bed for 6 months, no one takes care. Then they realize what I'm doing is wrong. I should become a better person next time in my next birth. So when you see the soul cities 1, 2, 3, 4, the first and the second one are the Saisatmas. So the second Saisatma, when you transfer to the second, is when you realize not to kill people. You will just only do little robberies, and you will become a little more better person, but you're still doing negative stuff. The third one, you enter, no more negative stuff. I want to be a nicer person. So when you decide to be a nicer person, you have so many the bad karmas in the first and the second soul, right? You did so much. So we have thousands of them as a bad karmas, or 100 or 10. We don't know, how fastly we transfer. So suddenly, when you're taking the third, when you go into the soul city third, when you decide not to do anything bad, right? So when you're in the third city, you have a choice to born your own life. So listen this carefully, because 1 and 2, we don't have a choice. We randomly take birth. But in the third, you can everything. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's hard to, in so many thing, it's, you got selected. It's a great you got selected. But the first 1 and 2, you struggle more. And then the third one, you can totally design your life. Your masters will help you. And then you can select the parents. Again, whom you select, it has to match to your soul to their soul. So suddenly you see, oh my God, I have thousands of bad, whatever, hundreds of thousands of bad karmas. So what you want to do is you want to take more. Because imagine if if I have 1,000 of them, and then if I only take 2 or 3, how many lives I have to go through? Almost more than like 1,000, almost 400 or 300 lives, right? So at that time, we will be like, oh my God, I have to take 300, 400 to just finish them. Let me take more, maybe 10. So they try to do that. Then masters say that you don't have energy, you don't have anything, knowledge in your soul. Until now, you never accumulated a good, you didn't do any good karmas knowingly. So you don't have any strength in your soul. So you cannot take more than 1 or 2, not even 3. 3 also, you're not eligible, they say. But sometimes they don't listen. They have the ability not to listen because it's a free will. We came as a human, right? You can take more. It's up to you. So some people, they don't listen. They might bring 4, 5, or 6, or whatever, or up to 10, who knows. So when they come, some people, we all say that, is there a God? Why they are going through this much, right? So this person is very nice, right? And then he has so many dushkarmas. So what happens at that point? He has so many dushkarmas and he's a nice person. Something or the other constantly happens to him. He will lose the money, he will lose wife, he'll lose kid, or that constantly happens for him. So he will be crying, shouting, he'll be cursing others that this happened to me. What is God? He stops believing that there is a God also. And then he will become very Gnostic. He could, not everybody. And then some people become Gnostic, some people become even more deeper into the God, who knows. Some people might take their life, like as a suicide. That is highest possibility in the third soul city, that they could do suicides. Because these people are nice. If they take too many, where they don't listen to the masters and they cannot take it, so they do the suicides. And the soul city 4, what happens when you're a nicer person and you're facing, so when you're facing bad ones and also accumulating good ones, right? But if somebody does a suicide, for 40 lives, they won't promote to the 4. They are in the 3rd, and they will have 40 lives, they will do the suicides. Because some people, you see, they don't have anything, like not much of a issues in the house, in their life, but they do suicide. Even kids, recently one of the actors daughter got suicide, and she's in the high school. So what is it that, I mean, there might be a reason to show, but I'm sure that is one of the 40 lives. So they go to the parents where it matches. That parents will have the death in the, they have the karma of the death. But if they come out of the suicide, for example, if somebody introduces them a meditation, and some maybe trees helps them to release, right? Anything, it could be yoga, it could be meditation, it could be a good mentor. They come out of that, then the parents will, their karma will postpone to another life. So that's how they design and come. So without much reason, they suicide, because they are supposed to do 40 lives of the suicides. So when they from the 3rd to when they postpone to the 4, when they go to the 4 is these are all like, we get the promotions from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So when we go to the 4 is when we are facing in the 3 some of the bad karmas and accumulating the good ones. When you become bad and the good, like how it is showing in the chakra, when you become like half of it bad and the good kind of balances out, then you go to the fourth one. So most of us are in the 4th soul city. So in the 4, when we are facing the good and the bad both, so we are kind of, we kind of believe the God, and we go, we face both. So whatever each life, you generally bring more good, some of the good and some of the bad. So we'll be facing both, right? Good and the bad. So we are going in that life. So in the 4th, when you're going good and the bad both, automatically, if you go into the meditation, if you go into something like, and then you're taking birth after the birth, facing the good and the bad, facing the good and the bad, but you're not accumulating bad anymore. When you're in 4, you don't accumulate. I mean, I'm talking about the killing or the suicide. I mean, bigger ones I'm talking. You will not be, you don't even suicide on the 4. 4 is the 4 soul city. You might be taking many births in the 4 soul city, but that is the karma bonding soul city. So in the 4, you will be releasing the bad and the good both. When the bad and the good both are gone completely, it could be 100 lives in the 4 or 20 lives in the 4. Don't think 1 is one birth, 2 is second birth. No, even in 1, you might be had like 20, 30 births. 2, you might be had 40 births, or 3rd, you might be had like 50 births. Who knows? The 4th, you might be had 100 births, because in the 4, you're accumulating. You will have the most of the soul growth in the 4th. And people in the 4th also, you will have the last janam, meaning as a karma bonding janam I'm talking about. So when you have a karma bonding, you have good and bad souls, bad karmas, right? So in the karma bonding, when you have everything, slowly you're releasing the bad, slowly you're releasing the good. So slowly, they both are completely gone. In the last janam, how do you know this is my last janam? As a karma bond. So those people, either they bring too many, just like the 3rd one, because they're almost done. Maybe they have like 10 more to be done. So they bring all the 10. And then they will be having one after the other difficulties, but they will have a lot of money. At the same time, they'll have difficulties. So those people, that means and also when they have difficulties, they face it coolly, and they have the total trust on the God. Those are the people, the last janam, you can say. When people have lots of, but that does not mean if somebody are extremely happy and they are rich, that does not mean it's not their last, or they might be done with their karma bondings. So these people are the last janam most of the times, because they bring more, they bring all of them, because even the masters allow them to bring, because they have that power in their soul where they can take it with a smile. So from the 4th, when we transfer to the 5, is once we are done with the karma chakra, the good and the bad, both gone, both even. Then why I'm born again in the so you're a meditator by then. So you're a meditator, both are gone, and you are extremely, you could be a third eye master, you could be a good bard. You become a guru when you go to 5th. So then why you have 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th? 9th is the evaluated soul, like moksha. So why we have all these is, each time we might have Arshadvargas. Sometimes what happens if I'm a guru, everybody is like, oh, Ani madam came, this and that, the ego goes up because I want to be better than other people and I want to prove myself and I want to be like, I show my attitude, right? So I have that attitude. So when I have that ego as a guru, then I can't go further. I can transfer to the 6 or 7 or 9th. I can never be transferred. I have to release all my Ashadvargas like Kama, Krodh, because so many people who have these chakras open, their Kama means their ichas will increase even more. I've seen. See how many people they are like, doing the nonsense stuff with their things. Like they put, some people you see, they have this golden chair and they have the golden crown, all these, like they put so much of gold on them. I mean, having as a woman, like a Krishna getting ready is different versus greedily you do things are different, right? So with other people's money, they go into this first class, and they do all those stuff because they're still in that korikas. They are still in this wanting things. So they can transfer to the 6. So when they kind of balances out in the 5, but they're giving the knowledge. So they promote to the 6. But 6 to the 7, 7 to the 8, what happens? They have to give and give and give like a tree, and they have to release all the Ashadvargas, Kama, Krodha, all these, Mada, Machari, all these, they have to, all 6 of them has to release completely. So, I mean, you can tell that Vishwamitra, he did 2000 years of tapasya, right? The meditation. And then suddenly, when the Ramba came, what happened? Ramba, Urvashi, whenever they come and dance, and he has fallen in that. So he hasn't win the Shadvargas, right? So again he has to win. He had a baby, Shakuntala. Again he has to go back and do 2000 years of tapasya. He loses all that power. So that's the reason why we have to release everything. So when we completely release in the 6th one, you take births in the 5th one, 6th one, 7th one as a guru, or sometimes you can also born as the richest person in the world, or you can also born generally 7th, 8th, you might born as an invention to show to increase the technology on the land, like a Tesla guy, or some other person who are inventing the cell phone invention and this and that. Microsoft, all these people are one of those higher level evaluated people, but they don't talk too much but those are all the people meditators. If you see Tesla guy also, if you hear his biography, he's a highest meditator, and also he looks like he's a little bit tick off, like he's not totally developed, because they don't want to show their knowledge completely, because he'll become a guru if he shows his knowledge. That's why he would come like that, because his purpose is to invention, right? So he would not attract the people, he would not teach, he will not go into the public, he won't do that. He will only do the invention, and he will be richest too. And also these the very most, if they want to be richest and then enjoy all the things, so they are popular people, either business magnate people or the singers or the actresses, all those, those they will be in high energies also. So, and even these the people, we say that, right, in the devatas also, Eksha, Kinkar, and also all these deva kanyas, right? They also take the human births. When they take the human births, they also very rich, and also they are like most popular people. Because to get the moksha, to go into the ninth, they born on as a human. So unless they born and they get that, their soul evolutes, otherwise they cannot go into the ninth. So ninth is the moksha. So when we get into the ninth, you completely surrender to the universe 100%. You don't have anything me. You don't have anything. You're totally giving, and then you match to the God's energy. That's when you get the moksha. So until that, from the fifth, you don't have karmas, no bad or good karmas, but you will come as a either guru or to help somebody or to invent something. So invention generally seventh, eighth tal it happens, but the fifth and the sixth tal, you come as a guru, you start teaching. You're only giving and giving and giving. And some of the gurus, it looks like they have the karmas, but they design their own karmas. Because if, for example, me, if I'm born to teach people, but I born as a human, I attract, I mean, as a woman, right? But I attract women to release their women issues. So I need to face it, right? If I don't face any issue, then how can I help others? I can't help, right? That's the reason I might bring some things. It looks like a bad karma, but to learn, I might bring some things. So the same thing, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth people, they will not have any even no karmas, but they bring some things to experience in this life so that the teaching gets easier, right? So that's what, because I've seen that in my dream, that's what they showed me, that they said you don't have karmas. I said, how can I don't have karmas? I had the kids like after 11 years, even at the childhoods, I have some experiences. Even after the marriage, I have experiences. Even I have experiences with the in-laws or the 11 years or whatever. These general typical women, what they go through. So I said all those. Then they said, oh, those are all your own experiences. You designed your own. So those are not the karma. So the minute you learn that, you learn how to come out of it. So you experience and you learn, then that disappears. That's what happened in my life. Everything disappeared. Um, um, all my Setrushesham became Mitrushesham. So 100% I have the friends now in the society around me, even in the relatives or the friends, because I learned already. So whatever I was learning, so that is what happens. So when the ninth tali is the one, you become like a god. That much energy you get. So that is called evoluted soul. When you are evoluted soul, that's it. You are merging you go into the Paramapadam, right? That's what they say. That is the merging into the God. I mean, that's what everybody says as evoluted soul. Evoluted soul is the one, they don't have anything. Kama, Kodam, Machari, nothing. Um, so when they are completely oneness, they don't have karma, they don't have anything, they are like a God. So they directly go, after they leave, they go to the Paramapad. But we can also be a evoluted soul and we can take birth too. Even if from the ninth, if you want to be the richest person without any karmas, if you want to do the bogam, because what happens is, in this learning process, we are so tired. We are like, constantly facing, giving, doing, helping, right? So you want to take one birth, like, just relaxing, just enjoying, because without the body, when you're as a soul, you don't enjoy that, right? So as a soul, so that's the reason what you want to do is, at the ninth tal, you want to just come, no teaching, nothing. You want to just come and have that Bhoga Jivitam. And you can go back to the Paramapadam anytime. So those are the people called Mumukshu. So those mumukshus are still here. There are some, the wife of richest peoples, or whoever it is. Those mumukshus, all they are doing is going, enjoying their lives. That's it. So this is our class. If you have any questions on these soul cities and also on the first Sai Satma, you can ask me, because this is something, I'm telling so much of knowledge in one session in this 15-20 minutes. So it is harder for you to take it that deeper, maybe. Or you're all meditators, but you can ask me questions so that I can go on your question much more deeper.
Yeah, so definitely many people have joined a little late. If you can give a little brief, very short about Sai Satmas to, because I think from there the question might be coming and other questions as well, ma'am, like in a minute or two, so that they can
Okay.
get that gist.
Okay. So we came as a humans, we came from the stone to the tree, tree to the animals, animals to the human. So when we directly came from the animals, we have those buddhi of animals, like psychology of the animals means,
Mindset.
yeah, whatever you want to do, you do. You go and if you're hungry, you hit somebody, take the money and eat. And also, if your body needs, rape people or kill somebody for money, all those things are normal in the Saisatma. So from the Saisatma in the first tal, when they take birth, after the birth, after the birth, so every birth they get better in what they choose, like even robbery, they become a dacoits or they rob the banks. So they get bigger and bigger because they get better and better each life, right?
Yeah.
So they do that, and then they take the second one. Second one is they get stops killing, so they still do robbery stuff like that, but they get better in not to harm the people, others. So from the second to the third, when they get transferred, it could be hundreds of lives or 20 lives. It depends on the person when he realizes. When he realizes, I don't want to be a bad person anymore, I want to be a nice person. Then they transfer to the third soul city. In the third soul city, they don't have any knowledge in the soul, but they are nice people. So you will say, oh, God is not nice to them. He has so many problems, but he is not able to face. Why God given so many? Why means he can choose his life and he can bring as many as he wants as the issues. So he'll bring more karmas because he has seen thousands of them in his Sanchita karma, in his Akashik record. So he wanted to face them faster. So in because he does not have knowledge, he don't know how to plan it. So he bought it faster, and then he's facing. So he's he might do suicide. If he does a suicide, he will do 40 lives of the suicide. So in between, but those 40 lives, other lives might not have too many issues, but they'll go into depression. They'll do the suicide. So
So
that's not.
yeah, is it just like the soul levels, like how we explain in the general thing, like every time with the 41-day program? It's like the infant soul, the baby soul, young soul, mature soul, just similar, like the Michael Foundation, right?
Yes, exactly. So the baby soul is the one once you become nicer. So from that you start get matured. So from the baby to the younger to the mature soul, like that. So when you're increasing that from third to fourth, you go once you accumulated some good karmas, you promote to the fourth.
Yeah.
In the fourth, once you release all the karmas, good and bad, everything, and then you go to the fifth tal. So Patriji comes from those fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So from those tal. So he should be either fifth or sixth, because seventh, eighth, they don't come as a gurus, they come as inventors. Like they come as to introduce something to us, like a big invention, or very rarely seventh days comes as a guru. But they would take us to only moksha. They only teach us that about the Paramatma if they are coming seventh days as a guru. But as a meditation teaching, they will be in the sixth, fifth, or sixth. So when fourth to the fifth, when you transferred, means you're out of the karmas. But if they faced something, Patriji also faced a few things to learn, to release something. If they need to release a ego, release some one of these, the stuff, kama, krodha, madhamachari. If you still have those, you don't have karmas, but you still have those vasanas from the past lives. Then you to release those, you design your own karma, and then you face it and you release it. So as a guru, also will have this ego and all those stuff, right? So one
Yeah,
by one, we have to release it.
like how
So
they
that
said, experiences, like once you start getting those experiences, and if you are done with those experiences, you basically lived it and then removed it, and now those experiences are not coming, basically, right? That means you are done
yes,
with those karmas. So
yes.
thank you so
So
much.
yeah, so from the fifth to you go to the sixth as a guru, you come and each Arshad Varga you release, and then once you're done releasing fifth and sixth completely, then the seventh, eighth, you are kind of in, you want to bring, all the inventions are done in the astral lokas, like other dimensions. So those already, they did a lot of research, they are done. So those to bring it to the on the earth, the 7th, 8th will generally work with us. And the 9th is the, generally Boga Jivitam. Once they get merged into the God, by the 9th, we become a God. And our soul totally evoluted. So we are done. So at that time, we become a God. But the people who are as a masters, who are Sai Baba, all these people actually, while they are in the meditation, if they're asking for Atma Sakshatkar, by 5th or 6th, they go into the Atma Sakshatkar. They don't merge into the God. They are with us, because those people wanted the Atma Sakshatkar because they wanted to be on the earth with us as a light body. They're not, the other day when we were like in the Dallas, when we were teaching, I has all these pictures of these gurus who took the Atma Sakshatkar. So somebody somebody was saying to our people, it seems, why Patriji is not there in that picture? Patriji is not a Atma Sakshatkar person. Patriji is like came as a guru from the other time, like 5th and 6th, they still evoluting soul. So those are the people, they are completely became a light bodies. So they can take the birth like a Sai Baba, but they will have all the powers like a God, and they'll take the birth, they'll show. If they wanted the temple to be born, they wanted like a temple to have on their name. They want to be, like a prayed like a God, they will take the birth and they will do all these magics, they'll show, and then they will have the temple and people pray. But still, when they're praying, there will be still Rama Krishna, because they got the Atma Sakshatkar through them. So they add their names through their name, because they can just prayed only by name, by their name. They know that they got the Atma Sakshatkar because of these higher power. So they always add the higher power names with their name. That's the story of these Mahavatar Baba, Sai Baba, all these, even Jesus. Yeah, even the Buddha's son, Rahul, Patriji says he's the Jesus, born as a Jesus, because you can born in any community, even in the any community, like as a Allah, that's a Muslim. He created that community as a Muslim, the Sikh. He created as a Sikh, those are all Hindus, but they created as a Sikh. Even the Swaminarayan, he created that in that community as a God. He came and he has shown his powers, and that. So that these Atma Sakshatkar people created that as separate entity to pray them. But those are all Hindus. They same thing. He created as a Christian, and then he wanted them to. That's why he says, I'm a son of God. He never says I'm the God, because he knows he's not the God. So these are all the people. They are all son of gods. That's what they say. But these are all the Atma Sakshatkar people. That's what actual word is, Atma Sakshatkar, and they themselves say we are light bodies in English. So that's why Patriji won't be with them. So this is the difference. And the Hanuma is on the land. Hanuma is also, that's why generally if you needed little things, all these people, it's faster, easier, because they are right here with us and they are there to help us to increase our soul level. So Hanuman is kept by the Rama, but Hanuma can go to Paramapad anytime and come back. He kept, and he's not a Atma Sakshatkar person, but he's with us. So that is the difference between the Atma Sakshatkar and that. A lot of people don't know that difference. They always like combine everybody with everything. Yeah. So, but that's not.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anirudha ma'am, for explaining and clearing this. We have Rani ji who has a question. Rani ji, please unmute. Yeah, you are already unmuted. Please share your question.
Hello, Mataji. Hello, Anirudha ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing. So whenever you talk, I wish like you just keep talking. I can just keep hearing. Thank you so much for sharing the information. I have two questions and both are related. Like you shared the different lives, right? From 1 to 9, right? So from 1, you go to 2, then 3, then to souls, right? Is there a way of jumping or skipping 3rd or 4th and just going to 5th and 6th?
Yes.
And my another question, and you can answer just one way. I was into Bhakti yoga, and what I was learning is it doesn't matter what soul group you're born in, and even what body you've been given. you still have the capability of going straight to Vaikuntha Lok by just doing bhakti, right? Krishna bhakti or just bhakti, because that's the highest form of devotion. So I just needed some clarification on these two
So
questions.
see, with the bhakti yoga, even meditation, any yoga, you can go directly to the 9th one. But if you have arshavargas like korikas and the kama krodham, like, all these like greediness or anything, even a little 1%, you can't match into the God, right? So you have to born again. So you can jump it. No one is restricting you not to jump, but you have to match to the God's level. So to match that level, imagine how much you have to release and how much you have to accept everybody around you. How much of acceptance and giving you should have to become to 9th one. Even before, when we are before the death, if you say Rama, you will go to the 9th one. But do you think you can say Rama that easily before the death? Sometimes we could be in coma too. But even in coma, God will come on your tongue and he will help you to say Rama. He will say Rama when you are eligible.
Wow.
So we have to be eligible to that. Yeah.
That's profound. Very, like, so much clarity. Thank you so much, Anirudha ma'am.
Thank you.
Raniji, your answer?
That was a very good question though. You can promote from 1 to 5 also. 1 to, the first life when they take birth, they could go to 9th tal also. Because if they born randomly, right, the first one does not have anything. Maybe if they're born in a bhakti place or something who are giving people, that's it. They will get the moksha in the first. Or some of the animals who are in the temples doing the worship, those will get the moksha in the first life. They will go to the right place to get the moksha in the first birth, and they get the moksha because they already got the moksha as an animal. But according to the law, the God created, you have to take the human birth to get the moksha. So automatically you born as a first life in a right place. It will match that highest bhakti place, and then you will get the moksha. That's it. The God is showing them because you did.
It is also pre-planned. So it is also pre-planned that God gave that body of that. There was a story of King Bharata with that Hiran, right? The deer.
Right.
So it was, yeah. So okay, thank you so much.
Before the death, if you're thinking of the animal, they'll become an animal too.
They like the King Bharata, right?
He becomes a deer.
Yeah, he was very close to that moksha, but then he just got attached to deer. Right? So
And then he takes again human birth, and then he gets a moksha. Yeah. So because you get a moksha, you have to take the human birth.
But isn't that devotion, that feeling is important? Like there was another story you must have heard where the 9th son is Narayan, and the father did all the bad thing during his life, but during his death he was very attached to the youngest son, and he took his name Narayan, and then he went to Goloka.
Vishnu.
So isn't that the feeling is important? Because he was calling his son, he was not calling Lord Narayan, but he still went there because he took that name.
In this Kali Yuga, if you are calling your son, you are not going to get moksha. That's for sure. Okay. At that time, things were different, but now we have all this energy is so negative. And if we are able to do meditation and doing positive things, that means, in the Kali Yuga, getting moksha is much more faster and easier. Actually, if you are giving and helping. But just calling the son's name, they actually, Narada or somebody cleared that. He asked the God, and even the Dasharatha did not guard the moksha. Why? Because he was saying Rama Rama before death, but he did not guard the moksha. It says in every scripture that he did not guard the moksha. He born again. All the Pandavas born again. None of them guard the moksha. Because the things they did some karmas. Draupadi, they did not give the raksha to Draupadi when they were doing this vastrapaharana. Because as a husband, even though you are a slave to someone, but still you don't do the you don't release you as a husband. As a husband, taking care of the wife is your first duty. So you forgot your duty and you thought you were under Kauravas and you became their slave. No, as a slave also you should give the
14
Raksha to
responsibility.
Draupadi. That's why they didn't guard the moksha. Or they didn't even go to the Swarga. First they went to Narakam, then they went to Swarga.
Wow.
We didn't know
Yeah.
that. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Raniji. Thank you so much. Deepak,
Yeah.
please share your question.
Atmavandan to all. Well, there are multiple questions and various experiences in life. I just first question is whether whatever stage you are from third to fourth to fifth, do they go back for their bad karmas? Do they drop or they always get to that stage and then it's only upward movement?
Oh, mostly upward. Why the most of the when we already learned from when you came from the bad to the good, why you will go back to bad? Do you do hatya now? You don't. So you don't go back. You're not going to do murder, right? You're not going to robbery. You did maybe one tala before 100 years ago, 100 lives ago. You were doing robberies. Will you go back to that? No. The vasanas will be there. Maybe you tempted to take something from somebody's house in the beginning of the janmas, but now you don't even do that because you already released those vasanas, those things. So you don't go back. No.
Well, see, I just like to understand. I had a dog with me. I mean, these are third dog in my life, which is a pet with us. When he expired, I was always had too much of an attachment. He gave me lots of love.
Of
One.
course, yeah.
Secondly, when I disposed of his body by taking it, cremation, took his ashes. When I so I used to go to the beach and I used to sit there and meditate. Just behind there were shrubs, and I put that ashes into that particular shrubs, and suddenly I saw Sai Baba there. His his beautiful picture had come. He was in white, and I prayed for those 13 days. On the 13th day, Baba came in Bhagavad, and there was a sign like this on the same ashes which I had put. Now I was praying and I said, let him be elevated from the animal kingdom to a human body. This is what I was praying for. Okay. I do not know whether I have any
I
thing
will
which
tell
can
you.
calculate to uplift. Whether I
I
have
will
that
tell
much.
you the story. I got it. I got your question. Um, Generally, when a dog came in, remember we do the 61 in that Sharda thing when you go to the Kashi. So why you do 61 means, see, when we have some in this karma bondings, when somebody is in runam with you, one of the life, for example, your brother, or in one of the life I'm talking, so one person came as a brother, but he has that runam, and in between he has this 20 or 15 years gap before he takes another birth, because he designed his life after 20 years. So in between he has time, but he has runam with you. So he'll come like a dog. They can come like a dog and release the runam, and then they will continuation janam, they go. That's why they are so affectionate with you, because they just came to release that runam, and they already know you in the past, and they already have that bonding with you. So that was the reason. And being it's an animal, it only shows the love. It does not know anything else. So being he was one of the sibling, most of the horses in the house, most of the dogs in the house, whatever the karma bonding runam, that's the reason you put that many 61 pindas to release those karma bonding, to release that runam. So when you do that pinda thing in the Kashi 61 or whatever, you don't get any more animals into your house, because you're done with all the bondings, these little bondings. Maybe you give money, they owe you, or you owe them, because you're doing seva to this dog. Maybe you owe them. So that's why they came to you to release. So these are all like, they're already human births. That's why they like rice, because they were Indian before, or whatever they had before vasanas. That's what they do, these dogs.
Yeah, one more thing here I want to share. What Deepak ji was saying, that when you actually have a pet at your home, basically they are from your soul group, soul family. And these pet animals also, you actually give them a chance to become humans. So when they are there with you, they become liberated from that kingdom, and then they go into human kingdom.
Yes. any love with any animal, you show the love, even to the tree. They double promotion. They get the double promotion. They will not get the human life until a human sees with love with their eyes, like Madhu Soniji said. That is definitely. So you will that dog automatically gets human life unless they. Some of them
Deepak,
are in between lives. If not, also they get, if you, because your eyes on them with the love. Even the lion,
yes.
if you are taking care of a lion every day, giving food as a, with the human interaction, they will get the human birth.
Now, why I'm sharing this, the second one right now who is with us. He had been to the US and came back. My son even took him abroad where I haven't come to the US. That's secondary. My daughter has taken care of this. He's gone totally blind, and he's more than 14 years of age, and he can't even hardly walk. But amount of care she can take, she's saying, alone. She goes to work, she does everything, and she looks after him so brilliantly. It's like, I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's love.
human
Love does that.
strength is God. I tell you, it's amazing, amazing. He hardly can walk 4 feet. He's taking a pram or a stroll and taking him for a walk. She feeds him, he looks after him, cuddles him. So what is this? Actually, I do not know. I mean, what is
I
this called?
told,
Then
right?
one,
Karma bonding.
and
Karma
what
bonding.
happens to? Does it help your spiritual journey? Does it?
Of course,
In
of
what
course.
way? I
That's a
want
love.
two ways. I want one to him and a second to us, those who are doing it.
Yes, the he already got that, because as a human, love is already he got, is done. But she will get, of course, good karma, and also love increases in her. So love is very, very, very important. Love is the one. The caring is the one. You help others, you take care of the things. Everything goes positively in your life if your heart chakra is open. So her heart chakra is open. That's why she's able to be so careful, caring to the dog, which
And
is a great.
also, here's one more thing, Aniruddha ji, because sometimes these pet animals or these animals that come into our life, and when we take care of them, it is because we need them. They don't need us. We
Exactly.
need them. And because we are caring for them, because there is some kind of emptiness in our lives, and then when we do that, we are basically helping the animal. The animal that has come into your life is basically helping you. It's not about we helping them.
Them, yes.
Think it another way, okay? That's why
Even
it's really
children
important.
also. A lot of people, they say, "Oh, I took care of 3 children. I had 3 children." It's for your own benefit. You had the children, not their benefit. So don't ever
I
think
had
like.
I also have a lot of dog pets in my house. I had it, so I know the love of dogs, and it's really, really, once they go, it's so difficult. They are just like family. Anyhow, but thank you so much, Deepak ji. Let's take Sheelan.
Well, I have one more question before we go forward.
Let's give us some
Don't
other people
don't
some
let me.
chance,
I
okay?
know. No, no, please. There's something
Ask in a
important.
short
I have
form.
started.
Don't drag
No,
so
no,
much.
it is
Just
going to
ask
be
in
very
short form.
short but very
Yeah.
specific because see, unless you clarify for a
Okay.
subject in talk, it becomes very easy. I am sorry for all others, but let me share. Be kind enough to let me complete my question because this is very, very relevant. Much before I got married, I had taken a vow that after a particular age of 50, I would like to renounce this commercial life and walk a spiritual path. And then the second part was I want to renounce, get this very birth. I would like to get myself free from rebirth and birth again and again. But the facts were different. I had to had different challenges. I wanted one child. I got 3 children by default because I only planned one by 50 he'll be free and I'm free. A stage came in my life. I wanted to walk away from the family. I said I want to walk the spiritual path. Enough is enough. Now I would like to go. And I was very determined. A day had to come when I had to go away. But suddenly I met a spiritual and a very knowledgeable person whom I was in touch. He told me, "Are you ready?" I said, "What precisely?" He had a question to me. He says, "If you walk this path, are you in a position to say when you leave this family, would you look back and think about it? Who is doing what? Are they well? What is going on?" And then I introspect and I realized still I was not matured enough to do so. But during that tenure, I went through a hell. I mean, I had to, lot of karmas were coming in, and it was really at that time I said sorry. At this particular this birth, I can't do it because it's a challenge to me, and which I cannot face. So, just a few thoughts of this kind. Would you like to give a little insight of what you think about it?
Actually, the future classes we are going to teach you how to release all the karmas. You can be in the samsaram in nirvana, right? So you can be in with the people and you can release all your karmas. That's what your class is about. So hold on, wait on it. We are going to do until 11 classes. Stick on to all the 11 classes, learn more, then you get the answer by the end of the 11 classes, okay? We are teaching everything, how to release all the karmas in this life, even from Akashik records. Even this life and even future lives also you can release. You can jump to the fifth, from fourth tal to fifth tal. We are all in the fourth. You can jump into the fifth in this life. You don't need to take anymore, okay?
Yeah, the Vairagya has to come, which is not there, I can.
Where are?
The Vairagya part, that's it. I have.
Deepak ji,
I
we
would take.
will take care of it.
I concluded my question. I feel you
So,
only said there is a Vairaga required. I'm not at the stage of Vairagya.
No. You don't need to have Vairagya. With the Vairagya, you don't transfer to fifth one. Never go into Vairagya. You have to be in Samsaram to get Nirvana. That's what we are going to teach you. Stick on to our classes, okay?
thank you. Thank you.
Ask this question at the end of the 11th session.
Thank you so much, Deepak ji. Yes, Sheelam ji, please share your
Atma Vandan to everybody. It is really very interesting and thank you so much. I just want to know, I had always read earlier with the science of the soul or something, that we evolve, as you said, from animal kingdom to the human kingdom. But in the human kingdom, when we accumulate more bad karmas, we tend to go down instead of trying to go up. Is it that, or it is that lot of bad karmas are there?
No, the reason why they say you go down means because you accumulate too many bad ones, there are no good ones. So how once you become a nicer one, as a soul, you became a nicer one, but how you are going to face them, you don't have any energy in that. So that is the reason when they say you go back, because you are facing now. All these days, what you did, you're not facing, you're only doing and doing and doing. When you start facing, automatically you feel down, you feel, oh my God, I have to face, oh my God, someone killed my son. You know, that facing is more stressful to the soul, right? But you're learning from that. You're evaluating because of you're facing what you gave. So what you gave, you get. Only 20% you get because you are Sai Satma when you're doing it. You don't know, you don't have knowledge. But now with the knowledge, if you do something bad, you face 100% because you already know you're not supposed to do that. But you did something with the greedy, consciously, you're conscious, but you still did it. That means you get more higher. So that is the reason why they use the word that you will go down. But realistically, as a soul, you don't go down, but you start facing them. You know the difference?
I think, let me put it this way, Anirudha ji. I think here what her question is about the soul progression. And according to the law of progression, soul progression, the soul always progresses forward. But if you have a lot of karmas or maybe lower vibrational energies attached to you, definitely you are going to incur some experiences, attacks, whatever it is. But attacks, not attacks, but it would be because there is something, because of that lower vibrational energy within you, you are open to those attacks, and then that is why you incur. But here her question is about, is the soul progressing up, but why does it go into animal kingdom or something? That's
we
what
we are actually explaining in the out of the body experiences on the earthborn souls. We'll explain you that when the soul, how the soul goes down. But if it's regular thing, it's not called going down, but those things will happen to a soul, to a birth, that, when they become an earthborn soul or when they attacked by the earthborn soul, the soul goes down. So those things will happen. In the future classes, we are explaining that.
yeah,
but in the regular thing, regular dimension, This is how it goes. But there are always, always we fall back from a rock, right? That's normal. But in a general story, you
think
don't
it is also one of the
characterize
things,
that.
yeah, it is also one of the thing where Anirudha ma'am, it is about the in one of the books it was written and we read that Thinking in Destiny also, that when as a human being, when we go through this lower vibrational nature and
Yes.
we go and experience certain things, when we die, we release this body. The body dies, but the soul journey continues. But some of the desires, some of the vasanas basically are being transferred into the animal kingdom, and then there are not the original animals, but the animals are being formed. Mother Nature, uh, you know, she
That is true.
yeah.
That is
So
true.
that is why maybe in that form, our soul, takes birth
Goes
as
down.
an animal. That's
That's
what
why, I just know I said your siblings comes as a dog, right? So is it not going down? Is it going up? No. Becoming a dog from the human is going down.
Yeah.
Just like when he said, I told, right? And even Rishi becoming a deer is going down.
Correct.
So those are all could happen, but those are unholy things, rare things. We don't generally say, oh, this is how our life goes. That those things could happen. Yes, but in the future, when we're teaching in the detailed version, we are going to teach you all that, like in the each one, like astral, in the each astral one, we are going to talk about specific things.
Yeah. So I hope Shilamji will definitely,
Yeah,
give
thank you
some
so
more
much.
information.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Neeraji,
Yeah.
please
Okay.
share your question.
Namaste, everybody. Atma Vandan. It's a beautiful, eye-opening session. I'm sure we're still trying to understand and make complete sense of this whole thing. I had a couple of questions. The thing is about if you have a hard relationship with one child, but a different, the relationship is a little bit hard. Things are not working out, or there's constant strife or something. We don't know personally as a mother, or in which soul,
Yeah, you
what
can
did you call it? We
find
don't
out.
know.
You can
It's,
find out through the dreams. That's what we are
uh-huh.
teaching now, wisdom through dreams. You can find out why he came, what to teach you. So they'll show you a dushkarma, what you did in the past. That's why you're going through that through him. Even he has some dushkarmas, so you come as a bonding. So you can see that in the dreams. In the future, we are going to teach you that, how to see that. And how to
Because
release also will teach.
Okay.
That's why this the Karmavipaka Prakriya, Dhyanam, which we are doing every day, those to release those sins. So when we talk in the future, you will know even more details about that.
Okay, because I tried one past life regression, and but I myself could not experience, like,
Yes.
I did not get any tangible
Past life regression,
understanding.
you are
And
conscious.
so,
Very hard to get something when you're conscious, okay? When you're in the meditation also. But when you're sleeping, your Chetana Shariram means your body is sleeping, your mind is sleeping, right? So for the masters, it's very easy to give you a dream. So you
okay.
get, yeah, in all these Atma Sakshatkar people, when you ask them, either Hanuma or Sai Baba or Mahavatar Baba, all these people, if you ask them, show me, even your own soul can make the story and show you in the dream. It's
Okay.
very easy to see in the dream versus past life regression is very, very difficult.
Right.
So much money, so many hours. Instead of that, just to sleep and ask the question, you get it in the same night. Easy,
So I just
fast.
wanted to find out, like, is it like between the challenges I chose for myself in whatever soul plan
Those
to
are,
come
we are
here
talking in the future
and
class.
future, and so that
Yeah.
between that and what we did
You
wrong
get
in the
all the
previous
answers.
versus.
Just stick on to Madhusoni ma'am's this 11 days, you get all the answers. There's
Okay.
nothing we are leaving. So you are asking me the future lessons question. So I will hold on to that. You will understand. We are teaching all that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neeraji. And let's take Jyoti ji's, and this will be the last question of the day today. so that we can go into meditation, Master.
Yeah, Madhusoni Master, they are asking the future ones. We are telling everything in the 11 days, everything covers. Even what I told, the basic line today also covers everything each day.
Yeah.
So,
How about, yeah, from maybe I'll talk to you later about it, what we can do from tomorrow. I
okay.
think it would be better if we guys ask from the presentation that ma'am gave us, questions only from there, so that we can wait. If you don't feel that your questions are not answered, definitely you can ask once these 11 days are finished, right? Jyoti ji.
Yeah, we can even come on the 12th day just for question answers, no issue. Even the 11th day, Sir is coming, you can ask those questions to Vamshi Sir. He said he's free, he's coming on the thing.
Wonderful.
So you can ask those, 11th day also, we are doing mostly with the wisdom, like question and answers.
Yes, Jyoti ji, unmute yourself.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
Ma'am, I have one question. Like we worship, you told about Punatmas, like Sai Baba, and we all worship them, and Mahavatar Babaji also, and like I have Gurujis and all. So is it if we worship them, should we worship them or no? Or we have to worship
No, they are not the higher power. God nahi hai wo, magar they are the gurus. You can, for example, you needed something, you need a dream. You can call them and ask them, they'll give you. You needed something in the house. You can ask them, they'll give you. So these basic stuff they'll give you, but they can't give you the moksha. Moksha is ultimately you have to go to the God. So these are all, I ask the masters for these things. What you need on this bhumi, on this earth. But when it comes to the going to the ninth tal, all those, you have to go through the God. You have to say Rama. If you say Sai Baba, you'll take the birth again. So that's the difference.
Okay.
But
So, ma'am,
I take all the
like we
time, I take help of Hanuma, everything. I needed anything. If I need to go faster, if I need something, my husband is going to say no, then I'm going to take the help of Hanuma, convince him, do this, I need to go by this time there. Everything I take the help of Hanuma.
Okay. And like, ma'am, we are meditating, and after that, we can like do the chanting also of like Rama Rama or anything. We should
Anything.
do that also.
Yeah, you can, because before death, if you really need to say, you have to have that Sharanagati. Sharanagati means ultimately leaving on him everything, not to
Surrender.
worry about.
Total
That's
surrender.
what
Total
Sharanagati is.
surrender.
Total
Okay.
surrender.
And this
If
is
anything, for
like,
example, if your son writes exam and then you don't know the thing, right? Result is Sharanagati. Just release on him, he will do the best for you. Why should I worry about which college is yet? Even if I ask this college, maybe he'll have a better college than what I ask. So leave it on him. Just surrender. That's it.
wonderful.
Okay. Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much, Jyoti ji. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
Master. So let's go into meditation. Ma'am, you are going to take the meditation today? Or
Yes.
somebody else?
So we're doing the Karmavipaka Prakriya.
Okay. Let's keep the questions for tomorrow, Masters. It's already high time. We should get into meditation. Take your position, take out your glasses, and whatever ma'am is guiding, please follow that. Ma'am, would you like to have a light music?
Yeah, definitely, please. Okay, friends, close your eyes and keep your head a little tilt up, and keep your spine straight if you can. Otherwise, sit in a comfortable position. And then focus on the breathing. Feel the breath. You're inviting all the souls in the past, whatever we did, when we did the bad karmas with others verbally, we hurted them verbally, physically, or mentally. I'm inviting all those souls. All of them are with us. Feel their energy. I'm also calling all the Atma Sakshatkar master, including Hanuman. So we are first keeping a jyoti around us, like a protection light around us. So from the Anumas and all the Atma Sakshatkar Abhaya Hasta, we are getting a light on us. So that light is coming on us. That light is falling on our third eye to the body, or even around us. The golden light is spreading around us for 3 feet. Some people, the aura is 6 feet. So that aura is spreading around us like a love light from Hanuman. Most courageous light that protects us from any negative aura. So wherever I go with this light, love of light. I attract with love. I'm inviting all the souls whom I hurt in my past lives as a Saisatma or after, verbally, physically, mentally. Whomever I have bad karmas, presently, whatever I'm going through, I'm inviting all those souls. I'm requesting them to do Anapanasati with us, do the breathing. When I was Saisatma, I didn't have any knowledge in my soul. I was behaving like an animal because I don't have the knowledge not to hurt others. I'm sorry, I was hurting you. I'm very, very, very sorry. I was not only hurting, and that affected your family. I'm extremely sorry, financially or verbally or physically, mentally. I have tortured you. I did so many sins not knowing. I was not conscious. Now I am a Parivartan soul. Now I know what is good, what is bad. I don't do those things. I help others. I'm also in meditation and I'm in knowledge. I'm every day learning and going in through the knowledge and helping others. Please release me from all these karma bondings. And I want to grow as a soul by releasing all my karma bondings. Please help me and release me. I am sorry. I did so many bad karmas when I was Satma. I tortured you guys mentally, verbally, and physically. Now I'm repenting. Now I have changed. I do good karmas now. Now I don't hurt others, verbally or physically or emotionally. I help people. I help animals. I help trees. I help the nature. I'm a vegetarian. Please release me from this karma bondage. I know I killed and I did so many dushkarmas, bad karmas. Please release me from that karma bond. Please set free from this bonding. I agree that I did it. I accept I did it. Now I don't do those things. Now I do it. Right now, if you are facing anything, please release them. Feel that they're all released from the body, mind, and the soul. And they accepted our apology. Those souls are happily released our karma bondings. If you have any dreams you saw as dushkarma, please revert the dream and ask those people for apology. Hey Masters, please help me. Give me that Shakti, the power to release, and help me to release from my karma bonding. I'm here to help others. I'm in Seva, and I promise that I help the universe, nature, and the people. I am in Sharanagati, the silence. Please help me. Please release all my karma bondings. I accept that I did all those bad karmas. I hurt people verbally, physically, and emotionally for money, for other benefits, for the promotions, for all those, even in the education. I did so many things, karmas. I accept them, and I know that hurted their families, many generations. I ask from deep heart, I'm asking for apology because I'm no longer doing those, and I'm helping others. I'm helping the nature, animals, trees, and the humans. And I'm doing meditation, getting a lot of wisdom. And please help me. Feel the release of all the karma bondings. I'm in repentance. Please forgive me. I'm asking for apology. I know I did all those bad stuff. Please help me to release. I learned whatever I need to learn from that karma. Please help me release. I'm releasing everyone. Thank you, Masters, for releasing me from my karma bonding. And I promise to this universe that I will do my best. I will help whenever I can. My first priority goes to the family because I'm responsible to them as a mother, wife, or as a sibling. So after I'm done with all the formalities as a human, remaining time, I will help others. I'll help the animals. I will not kill them. I will help them for their growth, even the trees and humans. I will teach the meditation. I will teach what is good and bad. I will hold the dharma. I will keep the truth on this land. And I will help to go into the Satya Yuga, which is the truth Yuga. So I'm there to do, and I'm in Sharanagati. So please, Masters, help me go in that path. To help me, to help us. Give me lots of time and energy and the environment of my house to help others. All my family members should encourage me to help others and give me the courage. Please help me. Slowly you can keep both your hands on the eyes and be in the sorry and thank you whole day. That will automatically release your sins in a faster way. Anything you get, someone scolds you, say thank you inside. You don't need to say outer thank you, but inside say thank you for helping me to release my karma. And then say thank you for everything you have in the house. We have hands, legs, feet to sleep. We have a bed for every little thing. Walking on the floor, we have legs, beautiful legs. We have this beautiful body given by the universe. So let's thank every little thing, whatever we get in front of us. From today onwards, be in the thanking and saying sorry to the things we get on our way. Don't see as a bad or good, just be in that thanking and sorry. This way, you will release everything faster. So we'll see you tomorrow at the same.
Thank you so much, Anirudha ma'am. It was very happy to have you here as always. So thank you. And Masters, if anyone has any questions, keep it for tomorrow. It's high time. We should go to sleep now and also take some rests for tomorrow. But thank you so much for being here, Masters, sharing your time, space, energy with all of us. And to Anirudha ma'am and her team. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
For this wonderful class. Yeah. So Masters, thank you so much. And if you wish, you can definitely write your questions in the group as well. That also can be taken care of. I will make sure that Ani ma'am gets these questions. Or otherwise, for time being, I can always put her in the group and then she can help us whenever she can. Okay, Masters? So,
Thank you.
So Masters, with that, we are at the end of the session. Let's end the session today. So may we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant. May we be powerful souls as always. And also, let us practice our meditation daily, individually and with group. Let us teach meditation to others. Let us awaken others. But first and foremost, let us change ourselves, do our inner work. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you.